don't make no difference.
Select the team you want to join. Don't worry, you'll be able to choose the role you plan in just a second. Start your season with Your season starts now.
Rattling my replacement heart of gold. I'm coming back to join the cast of Carmen. I never sung a single song before. I don't really care where I stand in the winner's circle. Make room for a man from the middle with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference to me. I don't understand what you're saying, only kinda listen. Make room for a man on a mission with you. I don't even know how I got to the finish, but don't care, don't make no difference.
Select the team you want to join. Don't worry, you'll be able to choose the role you plan in just a second. Start your season with recommended. Your season starts now.
Swerving around
You have too many players on your team. Choose which players you want to cut. Easily see how many players you need to cut this week. Here are some recommendations to get you started. Scouting points are earned every week. Make sure you use all of your points. A portion of your remaining points will be lost when you advance the week.
You better not be the one to doubt us, 'cause we've been putting in the hours. We only taking what was ours. So you better not be the one to doubt us, 'cause we gon' blow your mind.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we have a dangerous team. The Packers are #1 in turnover differential, and they'll be up against a Giants team that knows they have to take care of the ball. With that, we'll send it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call in this Week 5 matchup.
This place first opened way back in 1957. We are inside legendary Lambeau Field here in Green Bay. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the New York Giants and the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. They've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0.
3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't they?
They really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They'll be led out by Eli Manning, the Giants' all-time leader in passing yards and touchdowns in his 13th season now.
I've always loved his demeanor. He's able to maintain an evenness to his play. Didn't matter whether he threw 4 interceptions or 4 touchdown passes. You really couldn't tell. And I think that's one of the great things that he possesses and attracted the Giants to him. I know the former GM loved that.
And right away, he lost the football. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line.
Well, Eli Manning coughs up the football and usually does a pretty good job of taking care of it. What's he been in double digits and fumbles 3 times in his career?
Yeah, for 2015, I think he had 3 years of 10-plus.
Yeah, but one of the things about his offense and how he's functioned throughout his career, they throw the ball downfield a lot, which means what? You hold it longer in the pocket. That can affect things sometimes. More time in the pocket means more chances for someone to get to you.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now a play fake here on first down. He'll buy some time right, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it's a second down. looking to throw. That is caught. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds.
Partner, he got the DB on his horse on that play. He certainly sold like it was going to be a deep route before breaking it back on the comeback towards the sideline.
They'll go with a keeper. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. It's a quarterback sneak, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. It's their quarterback taking it in, and the Packers have taken the early lead. So with 2nd and goal, still had a couple of downs to work with. They tried to sneak, and they got in.
I like the idea that they did it early in the down and distance count. 2nd down as opposed to waiting later on. I think it fooled them a little bit, but how about the push they got up front to get the quarterback through?
Big push and a touchdown to boot. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
I'm just learning how to spell analytics, and I need to get that down because it's going to be a huge part of the NFL game going forward. I think that was the call there, trying to go for 2 after that touchdown.
Yeah, opening drive, you not only do you get the 6, but fully seize momentum with the 8, and unfortunately they couldn't do it.
I think they were trying to gain that huge advantage, not just on the scoreboard, but mentally. I just wonder if that backfires a little when they stop you.
Now a first carry here for Shane Vereen. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
Holding offense.
So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
Shotgun now for Manning. And his first pass is incomplete. Will tie the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Manning. And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And 1st and goal is what it will be at the 6-yard line. Excellent field position.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense?
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Packers add on to their lead. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish-type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You're going to yell at me? You go cover him.
So the 2-point conversion successful. And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the 3-point shot. And people are starting to realize that 3 for 2 is really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers defense here getting ready. They recovered the fumble last time. 3 turnovers for them in this game. They've been, that word opportunistic comes to mind, right?
Exactly right. And you know guys on defense, They say the turnovers, and offensive guys call them turnovers. We call them takeaways. We go get them, and that's exactly what they've done in this game.
The former DB making sure you know their takeaways on the defensive side.
Takeaways, man.
On first down, Manning. And his throw here's incomplete. And a peek at the defense for the Packers.
Malcolm Butler's rise to fame culminated with a fantastic play in the Super Bowl, but what a tremendous success story. Totally off the radar, has turned himself into an NFL starter.
And on 2nd and 10 now.
Watch 10. Single. Yeah, Dreamer. 288. Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53.
Manning will try again on 2nd down. And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Here's Brad Wing now to punt it away on 4th down.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. Take it at the 37. Look at this spin.
Balance.
Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. So here are the Packers now with great starting field position. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback. They come out here in the eye. They go play action here on 1st down. Unable to get it to Gronkowski that time. And now it's 2nd down. And a look at the offense that is hoping to put some points up in bunches here in this one. Right. 10 yards still left on 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Back to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw again. And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now 3rd down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Key to tight end.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
They're going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. And Gronkowski's got it, complete over the middle. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Giants are going to get Well, you feel the excitement build on those fourth down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on fourth down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on fourth down. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Manning again here on 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab it, and that'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying...
He's got a man. Complete. That goes as a gain of 36 on 3rd down.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
After watching that play and result, I go back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator, Brandon, before the game and said, how are you going to move the ball running it against the #1 defense? He gave us no indication, didn't tip his hand at all, so we have to see how this unfolds as this game moves along. When you think of Mike Daniels, you think of strength. Hard to knock off the football, but surprising quickness and ability to move and evade people. How about that play there?
Well, he can squat 600 pounds, so that's how he caught people's attention coming into the league, and he caught our attention right there. They practiced this all week. Pretty clear it paid off there. Threw it downfield, made it look relatively easy.
And it always comes a little bit easier when you've practiced it and tuned things up and you're confident in what you're doing now. They felt very, very good about their plan, and we saw the execution because the confidence of the players was there.
Dante Hightower on the stop.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked #1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
They'll run again with Marine. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. Shane Vereen, the intended receiver there. And that'll bring up a 4th down. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 37. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator, if you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work. But in his defense, this has been a stifling defense so far. So they've got to start finding a way to unlock them as this game goes on.
Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. 2nd down following the incompletion. They'll set up a throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Gronkowski, the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Finding time. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. Now 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So on 4th down, here's Brandon Fields to kick this one away. And look at this. It's a fake. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Packers pick it up.
For the defensive guys, that's wrong on just about every level. You did so many things right. Knock the ball free. You're excited you're going to get the ball. And then the offense gets it back.
Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They come up in an offset eye. Manning to throw on 2nd down. Surveying the field. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Manning. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Von Miller in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It's the big offseason signee from Miami, Olivier Vernon, in there to get him for a loss of 5. They'll look to throw here. And some room to maneuver. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
All right, here we go.
They go play action here on 1st down. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
To Vereen out in the flat. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now Manning throwing on second down. And he's hit and taken down. Eli sacked. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
Not a blitz, but the guy who's normally the last line of defense recognized that he had a chance to get to the quarterback, and that's exactly what he did.
On third and long, it's Manning. It's caught. Shepard. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Manning to throw on second down. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now third down.
They did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
Throwing is Manning on third down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro linebacker. It's Von Miller, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover two, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise,
and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Packers. Julio Jones. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man.
Yard.
I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Giants. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Shotgun now for Manning. And that is incomplete. Here's Brad Wing now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This is fielded at the 27. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Back to throw. And he's got some space here. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Now a play fake here on first down. And an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Back to throw now on first down. And this is incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. They find some open field here. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards on the play. And they're going to face a third down. They'll look to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. They go play action here on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
That's a nice play by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. Excellent body control. A tall corner who often has to really do a great job of bending his knees to stay with these receivers. He just did a nice job there. The man they call DRC got a PBU for pass broken up.
Look at you, Mr. Acronym.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And fourth down coming up.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, it's dropped. He couldn't hang on. That would have been a big interception. Instead, he'll have a chance to get 3.
everyone gears up for third down, talks about the importance of it. But fourth down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. And, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on fourth down.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. One quarter in the books. Plenty of scoring here already. We're back to Lambeau in just a moment.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2, but they face a second and long to start things out. On second down, here's Manning. And this one hauled in by Will Tye. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
Well, the stats that matter on this play don't help a team very much unless, of course, you're playing defense.
If you're getting points per reception, you got a reception, but no yardage. Great job by the defense, though. They read through that one.
They read through it, gave up no yardage, and people got credit for tackles. Pretty good deal.
And this is going to be incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and it's fourth down. Here's Brad Wing now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he puts a little something extra into this one, by far his best of the night. Fielded just inside the 20. A great return there of 22 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on the foot.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Packers. Julio Jones with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And our players spotlight now as we turn our attention to Eli Manning. And boy, Charles, they have to find a way to just get him some time to breathe back there. He's been pressured throughout this game.
And I'll bet in his mind he's thinking the focus shouldn't be on how many times I've gone down. It's where is it happening? Where are the breakdowns up front? They'll never say it publicly because good leaders don't do that. But they've got to figure out what's happening in the offensive line to keep people away from him so he actually has a chance to throw the football, because so far that has not been the case.
5 full sacks against him. Now Manning. And this is Shepard on the catch. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Sterling Shepard, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now we get a look at the captain of this offense heading back out there now. He does have the one interception, Charles, but I think that's been more than offset by the 3 first-half touchdown passes.
I would agree with you. There is a blemish, but when you've thrown 3 touchdown passes to try and erase it, that's a little bit better than the ratio that all NFL coaches are seeking from their quarterbacks, and he's giving it to them.
They'll take the 3, and that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Packers. Julio Jones on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers add on to their lead. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon. So they got the 6, now the extra 2 on the conversion. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
And New York set to take the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll make it 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. 7 yards remain now on 3rd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
They'll look to set up his blockers. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar.
That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Packers. Julio Jones on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers continue to roll. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. two-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Eli Manning and company getting set here as they head back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now...
And now the ball comes out. Manning lost it. A call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 3rd and long, it's Manning. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One-handed. Love the effort. Not much production on that play, though, huh?
Not a whole lot of yardage. You get that grab, you probably want a 1st down.
And he'll be the one in the film session. If he's saying, hey, run that one back, coach. Run that one back.
One more time.
Let's see that again.
2 more time.
And they won't.
8 more times.
They won't. Didn't get much out of it.
Fielded at the 20. Stiff-armed him. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
Touchdown, Packers.
And as soon as they hand a rookie his playbook, they say you better make your mark on special teams if you want to hang around. I'd say returning one for a touchdown will definitely leave a memory.
Yeah, that's a pretty indelible mark here early on in his career. And they will line up now for the 2-point try. He'll look to throw, and this is going to be caught. I'm not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. The return man here, Dwayne Harris. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. We focus our attention on the Green Bay defense as they head out. They sure didn't get a whole lot of rest. They had the 3 and out, forced a punt, but that's returned for a touchdown, so they're on the field quickly.
So they're cheering. They're happy. They like what they saw.
They're like, oh, I got to go get my helmet. Right?
But it is a quick turnaround, so we'll see how they handle that on this possession.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
And this will be taken at the 13. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Packers. Julio Jones with an unbelievable 5th touchdown of the game. And the Packers are pouring it on. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area. I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. Cruz has it over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
So back-to-back plays here where he couldn't get anything on the ground. Now you face a 3rd and 10 and assume you're going to try to pass it, right?
I would think so because you've tried to run the ball and really didn't matter who got the ball on the play because there was no space to go.
And he's hit and taken down. Eli sacked. The reigning defensive player of the year, J.J. Watt, in there to drop him the 7th time tonight. He's gone down. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken around the 12. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Packers. Julio Jones joining only Gale Sayers' men with a 6-touchdown performance in a single game. And the Packers continue to roll. So they're going to go for 2. They're going to look to throw, and unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer.
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss.
I think this is where we see how the game has moved along a little bit. Free safety, no blitz, but reads the play, has no responsibility in coverage, and takes a gamble and goes and gets the quarterback.
Well, is that a spot, though, where when he's coming, the quarterback needs to be able to find somebody or not necessarily?
Has to, because with that amount of time coming from the free safety position, someone should break open. Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. From the gun on 3rd down, Manning. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation. Averaging
50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. This is taken at the 15. Whoosh! Still on his feet. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it?
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. It's a big play there for Green Bay. And even 50 yards. They come out here in the eye. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And it's a touchdown for the Packers. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And they'll get set here looking for the 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. Two-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. So they're able to throw it in for the two-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here's Harris to return it. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away, and that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
They come up in an offset eye. They'll run here with Marine. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game, as we just saw there.
Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. This is taken at about the 14. Oh, nice move. Very good return that time. 18 yards. Now the Packers get set to go.
Here we go. Boom, landed. Gone.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Touchdown, Packers. Julio Jones setting the NFL mark with his 7th touchdown of the game. And the Packers are pouring it on. I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, I've lost track of how many times he's been in the end zone. This is just flat unbelievable.
Doesn't matter whether you have an abacus, a calculator, just old-fashioned pencil and paper trying to total it up. The number is staggering. What a performance. This man knows how to find the end zone and make it count.
And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
This will be taken very short. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Manning to throw on 2nd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Giants. Sterling Shepard, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Giants gain a bit of respectability.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field.
All right, here we go. No. Check. Patriot. Detroit.
They'll look to throw here on first down. The left side completion to Jones. And they get 28 yards on that one. And it'll give the Packers a first down. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. He's got time. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
All right, here we go. 3, 19.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Over the middle here to Brown. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They're going to look to throw. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
The name of the game is always on defense. Put pressure on the quarterback, and that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
Trucks through him, and the Packers are in for the score. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it. Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for them. And they will line up now for the 2-point try.
4 down.
They'll try and throw for it. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
And he comes back with one complete. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On first down, Manning, a dump off to Vereen. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Manning going to throw. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
3 down. Hey, check. Wide, get wide.
On first and 10, here's Manning. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Norwood's got it complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. And the Giants' all-time leader in passing yards and completions and touchdowns. Just another connection.
No doubt about it. That's the Eli Manning.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And Gold is able to put it through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. So a field goal here, they're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
A beautiful fake. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report.
Here we go. Let's do this. Here's your first half highlights. Now following the turnover, here the pass would be completed into coverage, and he goes in for the score. That pushes the lead to 16. 1st and 10. Shepard's going to make the catch deep downfield, and he'll take this all the way for a touchdown. The Giants down now by 17. Packers take it early in the second. Here we get a quick pass and completion, and he'll take this all the way for a touchdown. Packers up now by 25. Now 1st and 10, Jones is the target here, and this great play will go for 6 as the lead continues to mount. Giants now punting it away, and this long run goes for a touchdown. What a first half it's been. 1st and 10, the catch will be made deep down the field, and this will go as a touchdown. The blowout continues. Now 1st and 10, Jones is able to get open here, and that goes as a 79-yard touchdown. Packers continue to dominate. 1st and 10, Jones has got nobody around him on the catch, and he'll take this all the way for the touchdown as this wild first half continues. So that'll do it for us here in Orlando. For the call of the second half, let's hand it back over to Brandon and Charles. Brandon.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. A little 360. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They go play action here on first down. He's going to rifle one deep, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Packers. Julio Jones extending the NFL record with his 8th touchdown of the game. And the Packers continue to roll. And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes. Someone delivering it accurately. Offensive line giving them time to throw the ball. A true team record. But he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left. We got 3. Ready. Let's go.
throwing on first down is Manning. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Now Manning throwing on 2nd down. It's hauled in by Shepard. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his. I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And now a high kick trying to pin them back. This will be fielded at the 17. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. Here's the Giant defense now as they head back onto the field. And maybe for them at this stage, it's sort of put up or shut up time. They need to stop trailing here.
Oh, I'm with you totally on that one. They've got to go out there now and put an end to what's been going on in this ball game where they've just given up points, got pushed around, so to speak.
This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 49 yards. So the offense has it 1st and 10. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day.
And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Their mobile quarterback finding the end zone yet again. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
So they're going to go for 2. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. Up big, and they go for 2, and they get it.
I remember being in high school and seeing an article in the paper where a local columnist had said, why are we fighting over sportsmanship and running up the score? Just run it up on everybody and deal with it. Otherwise, quit whining about it.